Greetings, family. Welcome to another episode of Clear Thinking with Brother Dulani. In this episode, my family, I want to touch on how some people are using social media to benefit other people, how some people are using these platforms to help better the lives of their community and to improve the lives of individuals within their community. It's been a long time, my people, since we've spoken and since we last had another episode of Clear Thinking. In this, I'm been very active. I'm analyzing many of the issues facing our people around the world, and I'm seeing what is happening in Washington, D.C., and I'm seeing how our people are under pressure in Haiti and other places. But I just want to take some time out to highlight a few people who are trying to make this world a better place. We're trying to improve their community by using the platform of YouTube and making it better. I'm going to focus on 5 individuals in this episode of Clear Thinking. I'm going to be focusing on I Am Marwa from Kenya, a prominent YouTuber down there who's using this platform to help himself and his family and his community. We're gonna take a look at some of the things he's doing there. Also, we're gonna take a look at Color Smith TV. Color Smith TV is a prominent YouTuber, well-respected YouTuber out of Portland, Jamaica. He is doing a lot for his community, also for himself and his family, and he has brought the world of YouTube to many people. And we're going to look at how that is affecting his community as well. We're also going to take a brief look at Auntie Donna. Auntie Donna was one of the first charity YouTuber I saw coming out of Jamaica. And I watched it for a while, how she was, helping people. So I have to highlight her as well. I don't think she is that as active in that charity world, but she still does work for people. But we're going to take a look at her as well. And then we're also going to take a look at King Nick down there in St. Elizabeth. He's operated a channel called Jamaica Life Nice. And we're going to take a look at some of, the stuff that King Nick have been doing over the years in helping people. Very significant young man down there. We're going to look at one project he's doing in particular. And finally, we're going to take a look at Kino Life in Jamaica. Kino Life in Jamaica is a fascinating YouTuber. He's a young man. He could be doing anything else with his life, and he has decided to make Trenchtown his base in Jamaica. Being a Jamaican, we all know that Trenchtown have a bad reputation. And Kino has used his platform to assist the people of Trenchtown, to bring them together and to better themselves. So we're going to take a look at Kino as well. Now, my people, let's get into it. So here are the people that we're going to be focusing on. As you can see, we got over here, I Am Marwa, a very prominent YouTuber in Kenya. We got Color Smith there, very respected YouTuber in Jamaica, well recognized as well. We also have Auntie Donna in the middle there. Donna Go, I think she named. And then we have King Nick there. And then we also have Kino. And we're going to take a look at the YouTube channel and see what they're doing. So just come along with me, my people. Let's take a look at, first we're going to highlight I Am Marwa. And this is I Am Marwa, very eclectic young man. I don't agree with everything he does. Here we are looking at I Am Marwa. This is his YouTube channel, and you can see it's very prominent at over 500,000 subscribers. At the moment, I Am Marwa is assisting a young man. If you look on the some of the thumbnails here, you can see him in front of a house with an elderly lady. Well, Marwa is a very But in terms of richness or wealthy person, he'd be considered one of the wealthy, more upper class person. But Marwa started like all the other poor people in that village of Nabohanse in Kenya. And since I've been introduced to him, I mean, actually, I came across Marwa from watching Jamaica Walk By in Jamaica, because I used to watch film channel. And I know, and I saw one day when he met Marwa in a restaurant and some Japanese or some Asian was there. And then from there, we continue to I continued to become interested in him and followed him. And then eventually I got to his channel and was watching some of his activity. I mean, he makes a lot of choices. I don't agree with all of his choices, but I do like what he does with his work, helping people. And as you can see, he's very successful. If we go back a few, you can see this is his mansion that he builds for himself there in a massive mansion in the village in Kenya, in the village of Nabahanse. Very ultra modern, huge, mega mansion. So he has done well for himself. But he didn't just keep that to himself. Marwa went on to helping people, showing people how to be YouTuber and how to become YouTubers. And right now, Marwa Village, most everybody who have a smartphone have a YouTube channel due to Marwa. They saw what he has accomplished, they saw what he did, and he's a traveler. He travels around the world to many countries, probably over 75 countries already. Don't hold me to that firmly, but I know he's clocked in many countries and he has built up a big following. And as a result, he's been rewarded and he's building a comfortable life for himself, for his wife, his children, his child, and his family in general. And what he has done now is begin to introduce YouTubers to his whole community. Now, his community is considered by many, the community of Nabahanse, to be the YouTube capital of Kenya, because almost everyone there have a channel, everyone trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, everyone trying to get monetized because it is making an impact. And we have seen the impact. Many of our friends have went on to build nice homes for themselves and family members, including Dee Mwango, which is his sister. She has become very successful. She's building a mega mansion at the moment as well. But as I said, they didn't stop there. They used their platform to assist. Even his little brother is building a big multi-layer condominium in a town, one of the frontal town in Nabahanse, in the village there. So the whole family has done well, and I must commend them. They have built a nice home for their mother and father as well. So I mean, in the trajectory of life, coming from nothing, where he was following behind goats and animals, tending the farm with his father, to become successful only because he discovered YouTube. I mean, his mother is a teacher, and they have always been taught to embrace education, and he has been very educated young man unto himself. But nothing compared to what he had been able to accomplish with YouTube. And he used that platform to better himself and to also better other people. And that is the reason why I want to highlight him. Now, I'm not going to play any of the clips then, because I don't know what YouTube is up to in terms of copyrights and all this stuff. But I just want to highlight him. Is I Am Marwa. See it, and he's down there in Kenya. And let me tell you something I realized with the Kenyans. They love Jamaicans. Marwa has been to Jamaica. Dee Mwango has been to Jamaica. They love it. They have I know Dee Mwango have met with Kino. She has met with Collar Smith TV, and she had a good time down there and spent a lot of time down there and expressed her a love and adoration for Jamaica. So Jamaica do love Dee Mwango, and she has a special place in the hearts of many Jamaicans. But the purpose of this particular highlight is to highlight the fact that they're helping people. Now, I'm going to bring your attention quickly to an incident that took place. 'Cause, in that village, there's many impoverished people in that village. And there was a young boy, I think he was about 14 years old. And they were there. Marwa is always busy doing other things, helping D Mongo building her mansion. And there's a little boy in the compound sitting around. He comes there, he met Marwa. He told Marwa that he needed some money for school fee, and his mother sent him to Marwa, and he needed 1,000 Kenyan shilling. Marwa gave it to him, and the boy was happy. He left, and then he came back another time, came back with some bananas, want to sell Marwa, say need more money for school fees. So Marwa gave it to him. But anyway, the boy come back and he was there. Marwa just leave them. And the young man started to plot and find ways how he can benefit from his relationship with Marwa. That's that young man on the screen right there. Right here. That's him right there, if you can see my cursor. So Marwa was at the same time setting up he's upgrading his CCTV in the compound, putting them all over the place. He just finished building, he's in the process of building a modern luxury car park and just installing some infrastructure, some CCTV and other stuff. Anyway, they noticed that there was a mobile phone that was missing on the compound. So while they was there, the CCTV operators were there, they started looking at the CCTV and they saw this young man walking away with the mobile phone, stashing the mobile phone, hiding it, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, they all round up his little crew in the yard, and they went and found him. I think they chased him and they got him, and they brought the young man to Marwa, and then I think they went to the police, and the police, they're very familiar with him. And they decided to say, okay, the police going to say they wash their hand, but if he don't change, we're going to deal with him when he get to be an adult. So we're prepared for him. So anyway, Marwa said to the young man, he told the people, listen, we're not going to hurt him, but let's go and take him home to see his parents. Anyway, when they went to visit his family, they realized that he was living in a dirt mud hut, a dirt mud house. I don't know what you call it in Kenya, but he was living in this mud dwelling, and there was holes in it. The muds were falling off. It was dirt floor. It was a little bed in there. It was very filthy. It was not fit for human being. And he says, "Where's your parents?" Then the young man began to reveal that he doesn't have any parents. He don't have no mother. He doesn't have no father. And he lives with his grandmother, lives in another dwelling. Grandmother looked very old. And it became, people became very touched by it. They said, what? This youth is actually an orphan, don't have anything. And he actually came and lied because he wanted some money for food or whatever. But he was definitely destitute. So Marwa decided to say, okay, we're going to help him. What does he need? They decided to say, along with his subscribers, they all decided to say they're going to help this young man. They start buying him bed, they start mattress, clothes, you name it, toothbrush, toothpaste, shoes, socks. They decided, so, okay, we're going to get him into school, because he wasn't going to school, hadn't been to school in years. That was all made up. And decided to say they're going to get him back into school. So then they began to look into ways to get him into school. They decided to find ways in getting him back into school. So they went to the market and they bought all this stuff. Buy him a suitcase. They just kitting him out. Nice uniform for his school. I think they a whole bunch of trousers and shirts and school shoes, and they're getting ready to really kit him out. But then the grandmother was there, and Marwa talked to the grandmother and asked the grandmother, what do you need, grandma? I think they got a word in Swahili for grandma. I don't remember it. But anyway, Marwa asked her what does she need, and she said she need a home, a house. That was a tall order, but Marwa said, Grandma, we can see what we can do about that. But for now, we wanted to get Brian back into school. We want to take care of him, get him up to par. Because Brian had one suit of clothes. When I mean one suit, that was the only suit of clothes, and he was wearing it day after day after day. It was amazing. So anyway, in the process of Marwa asking the grandmother if she wanted what she wanted, she said a house. The subscribers and the supporters of Marwa says, yes, let's build grandma a house. And trust me, my people, they pulled together and they all came together and helped, and they chipped in money, and now they're building mommy a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, kitchen, living room, brick home, blocks made out of real deal, indoor plumbing, the whole 9 yard is now under construction. This is day 6. And as you can see from these little thumbnails here, that's what they've been working on, getting grandma and Brian, and he got a cousin there, Daniel, who's assisting, and getting them into a nice dwelling, modern living. And it's probably going to be the biggest house in that particular community. And trust me, and Marwa, he has his detractors. He got his haters and his the what do you call them, people, the reactors, who are reacting to his whatever he does. They criticize everything that this man does. They're criticizing it. And Marwa, he does his best to ignore them. And there's one particular one named Ging Tu. Yeah, he's a thorn in the side of Marwa, man. Every chance he get, he try to tear him down. But such is the case, and I think they now got the law involved because he's stalking Marwa everywhere Marwa family goes. He goes. He claimed to be the village reporters, and he just doing too much. So I think the authorities are involved and on that case. But yeah, it is an amazing situation where that is concerned with Marwa, but he's doing a lot in that. This is going to be the second home he has built for other people. He gained nothing from it other than the notoriety of helping other people, the satisfaction from helping other people, and using his platform to help people. And he have helped. I don't even know the numbers of YouTubers to build up their YouTube to where they can have an income. And so yeah, so I just wanted to highlight him. You can go over there and see the story, very touching story, and he got a good character, and he has his personal choices that he make. That's on him. But I am just saying, from a perspective of using his platform to help people, that's a shining example of what other people can do to help other people. So yes, so we're moving on now to the great Color Smith. Oh, yes. So we are going to, yes. So now we're going to move on to Color Smith TV. Now, Color Smith is a very, man, this brother is an amazing brother. And I came across him several years ago when he was actually building a house for his brethren called Socks, the Great Socks Adventure. And Color Smith is he's young, he's vibrant, and he has a good heart. I must say, he has a good heart, and his YouTube has been growing and growing and growing, and he's been helping people along the way. He has taken on a lot of responsibility, and he has really positioned himself, set up his family, done all the right things that you would expect somebody that has an income stream and can help himself, and he's investing in the right direction. In the community, he have helped a few to gain their channel. He has a team, by the way, a team of about 7 people, and he has helped them all in terms of get their channel and most of his team members are building their own home, and he has, donated blocks and support and all kind of support to all of them to get them all started, and they're all doing well, and they're all making a better life for themselves. And I noticed that he used to feed the people in Portland, the homeless people and give them clothes and so forth like that. And then now he has branched out, and I think he left that Portland area to J. Bud the Baker. He's taking on the charity there. But Color Smith now has moved on to Kingston, in the capital, where there's a lot of homeless people there, a lot of impoverished people there, less fortunate people who don't have anything. And he has committed himself to build a team in the Kingston area that would cook and serve food to the people them there. And now the people them are looking forward to it, and he actually paying the people them to go out and actually cook and actually serve those people in the corporate area there of Kingston, Jamaica. And as a result, he has really won over the heart of many people to saying this man has taken on this heavy responsibility, and he has been maintaining. If you look over here on the side here, you can see that is his Kingston team cooking there. I think that's Knife Ninja. That's his YouTube channel, and he's the one that take care of the cooking for Colors, and then they video it, and they would give the video to Colors, and he will post it, and you can see the people joining the line, get their food, and really being satisfied and really pleased with the nourishment. They get quality food, not just no rubbish food. And Color Smith got a various business that he's running. He also does creative cooking, adventure cooking. He goes to the river, go to the bush, go to the hills, and have adventures. And he often bring guests with him and give them a nice time by the seaside, by the river. That whole authentic Jamaican cooking, and also with creativity added in. He does some very adventurous, very courageous stuff, out of the ordinary at times. And he loves vehicle. He have a lot of vehicle. He buy a lot of toys. I see he seems to like photography. I know the gadgetry and technology. He has something similar to me, because I'm a very into gadget as well. I'm a very technologically minded person. I see he got a lot of cameras. I noticed he got nice lens and nice camera, just like I do. And I said, we got that in common, that technology, you know what I mean? And he has, he's buying a lot of cars. He just bought a truck because he's now, well, he's building. His aim is to build almost about 3 Airbnbs. He got one that he renovated, that he used to live in with his mother and his sisters them, and his family way back in the days, a 1 bedroom on a hill. Very nice. They call it the Pink House. And that's where he's renovated that house, and they're gonna have it available for Airbnb. And he also built a log cabin, a cabin in the bush, with stairs going down. I mean, I probably can see if I can show. If you go through here, you probably see some images of the log cabin. But you see, because I'm not really familiar, this is him, and this is a Climber. Yes, he has also adopted a youth young man named Climber. That's the cabin there. You see that little picture down there. Um, I don't know. I don't want to get in no issue with YouTube. I'm not. Listen, family. I'm not really up to date on all the YouTube rules and regulations and all that. I'm just coming here to be a commentator to podcast. So I'm venturing now into interaction where I'm showing images and videos, and I don't really know the policy. So this up here is the Pink House. What I should have did is probably got pictures of these houses and have them available to show you. So he's building that, and he's building this log cabin, but he's also working on a big, massive, I don't know how many room Airbnb, where they're getting the architectural work approved now. They got the land. They're ready to start building that. So he's going to have a series of Airbnb in the Portland area. And because a lot of people come down to see him and to interact with him as a YouTuber, as an adventure YouTubers. And it's been a wonderful journey for him. He's been recognized by the Congress of the United States. He got recognition there. Um, he also got recognition from Fort Lauderdale, no, Lauderhill, Florida. The mayor have given him the key to the city, and he's gotten plaques and all that. So he's been recognized for his philanthropic work and for helping his people, and that is what you call using this platform to assist people. He traveled, he started traveling, and he's went to the Philippines recently. And boy, I tell you, there's some poverty levels in the Philippines that is almost unprecedented. I mean, you think that there's poverty in the world. When you go to the Philippines, there's some real serious impoverishment taking place. He has went there, he has fed a lot of people, he has went and visit the people in the poorest area. And that's where he gravitated. And I think he aims to build a team there. He also got a team in St. Vincent as well. He went there after the hurricane, assist those people, help them to rebuild. And now he has a team there that is actually helping to feed those people, the poor people, the impoverished people in the St. Vincent. He's been also recognized by the Prime Minister of St. Vincent for his work. So this is real tangible work that individuals are using their platform to help other people. And that is what got my attention, to see how someone is using their platform to help people. And there are many others out there that's doing it. But these are the one that I'm highlighting, because these are the one I'm following, and I kind of got a feeling for them. I don't really watch these YouTubers for their personal life, their interaction in their family. When they go home, I tend to just zone out and go somewhere else. I like to follow them to see how they're impacting, how they're building, how they're constructing, the project that they're involved in. That's what I like to watch, and I leave their personal life alone. So yeah, so my people, that is Color Smith in a nugget. There's so much more I can say about him, but I just wanted to summarize by saying that he's a young, vibrant man. He got a young man, a big heart, a family man, a community. He's well spoken, he's respectable, he got manners, and he's humble. But he has his way. He's still young. He got some style about him that is unique to him. You got to give him that, because he's a young man. He's still enjoying his life, and he's doing the right thing. And he's people oriented. He's approachable, and he's humble, and he's giving back. He's making a difference in his community and into this world. And we have to highlight that and respect. And I hear I hear the complaint that some people have, that he's not been recognized by Jamaica, but other people are recognizing him. Yeah, yeah, we have heard that. So now we're going to move on to Auntie Donna. She don't use Auntie Donna as a YouTube. She use Donna Goe. I don't really know how to say that last name. It's a Goe, a Goe, a Goe, a Go. I think they said Donna Go. So it's probably an African last name. She's very lucky to have an African last name. And she has a lot of subscribers. Over the years, she's been around a very long time as a YouTuber. And she started traveling as well. Um, she have her own style. I don't watch her much, but I appreciate the work that she does. I appreciate the assistance that she has given. She has built a home for people. She have assisted people. She have fed people. She used to even go out to the same place there in Kingston and feed those people as well, those homeless people. But I know she has helped a lot of people. And a lot of people have turned against her as well, just like they have turned against Marwa, and some of them also turn against colors as well. So you can't please everybody. And that's what I notice about a lot of these, um, you know, people who are helping people. You're going to have haters. So over the years, Auntie Donna have helped people. She built a home. And I think she's building a nice mansion for herself now. And even that she's been criticized for. But like I said, I don't really follow her that much, but I recognize what she's doing and how she's helped people. And yes, I respect her for that. And I happen to know her father personally. Father used to be in London here, he used to come visit me all the time, and we used to reason. And unfortunately, he passed away during COVID, but I know him very well. He used to have a sound called 4x4 Exodus. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, Exodus. And good conversation with him. Very determined man. He has done well for himself as well. So yes, and that kind of attracted me to her to know that I knew her father. I knew her father very well, you know, and he has passed away, and I hope he's resting in peace. But anyway, and we're moving right along. So that's Donna Grow. That's Auntie Donna is what she's famously called in Jamaica. So we're going to move right along now to the next person I want to highlight, which is King Nick. Oh man, I think I was following King Nick before I was following even Colors, and before my attention was pulled towards King Nick from another YouTuber called Rodney Pottinger from Jamaica Good Life. That was back in the days. That time, I'm telling you, my people, most of the YouTube, 90% of the YouTubers that you see exist today didn't exist then. Rodney Pottinger was a pioneer in the YouTube in Jamaica, going around documenting his life in the people yard, in their people kitchen, in their backyard, doing things. And he dabbled into charity for a little while, and then he couldn't. He'd call. When you do charity work, you get criticized from all angles. But um, with Rodney Pottinger, I think he eventually stopped doing the charity, but he still, affect people, and he's still there doing his work. But King Nick came like an offspring from Jamaica Good Life. He created Jamaica Life Nice, went back home to St. Elizabeth because I think King Nick was working in the North Coast at the time when he met Rodney. And then he started his YouTube channel, went back home, and then he started to work. I think even before he went back home, he started to help people because he linked up with Gully Cock, one builder, and they started to fix up house for a little brethren. And I don't know what happened to that brethren there. I think his name was Prince or something like that. But then I think bad mind and envy and jealousy started to set in. I have to call it as it is. And King Nick kind of left, and they had all kind of, again, all of these people that are doing good get criticized, people try to tear them down. But King Nick went to St. Elizabeth and started to help people in his community and start building homes. He started discovering people in very deplorable condition. I mean, it tore my heart apart to see that in these days, in 2024, 2025, there are people in Jamaica are living like worse than animals. Some of the dwellings, some of the homes, not even fit for animals, and human beings were living in them. And then when King Nick was bringing his camera, I remember when he first discovered Teresa, and he went there and he was filming. I was touched. I was extremely touched. I think tears flow from my eyes to see the condition that our people was living in. I mean, I was very moved, but the subscribers, the supporters, the viewers, they rally around Nick and send him donation to help build homes. I mean, build home from scratch. They would find land and they would buy material and they would build, and Gully Cock was the main builder. I think Nick probably built about 4 to 5 homes. I remember he built one for Mr. Ferguson, then he built one for his brethren that's hanging with him now. What is his name? Oh man. Um, can't believe I can't remember his name because I haven't watched him in a while. Yeah, he built a nice home for him and his and his wife and his family. And they do Lem Lem, that's it, Lem Lem. So, if you go through here, you see the journey with King Nick, that's him there on his thumbnail. And when he built all those homes and things went on, and eventually he discovered a family with a woman with two children. Gosh, what was her name again? I can't even remember her name. But she had two little wonderful little boys. That's them there you see on the screen. And King Nick began to highlight their life, and people became very touched. And now they're motherless, as you can see these the late description, the motherless child, and then Rosa, man. Rosa came in as a superstar, as a hero, Shiro, and she supported Nick, and they're both together as a team. They helped that lady, and they helped the family, and then eventually, the lady got sick, and she passed away. And then now Nick have a choice. He can walk away, or he can take up those children and look after them. Fortunately, he was able to find support in that community, and somebody was willing to take that child. I don't remember the name of that woman that took up the two children, and Nick willing to, and his supporters then was willing to, was willing to pay the lady to take care of them, to prepare them, send them to school, because doing all this time now. When Nick first met the family, the house was in a shamble. He built a bathroom for them. He fixed up the house, painted the house, cleaned up the house. He did a lot for them before the mother passed away. But eventually the mother was sick, and she didn't make it. And so he found someone to take care of those two children. And to this, they bought everything for them: clothes, school clothes, shoes, bicycle, everything that a child would need was purchased to make them happy. And Nick, he's still living his life. Nick is a young man, and he's also building a soup kitchen that he wants to feed the unfortunate people, the impoverished people of Jamaica, the hungry people. And he's been getting donation to help build that. It still hasn't built yet, but he's focusing on one room because it's a big place, but he's focusing on one, I think, the kitchen area to get that done. And he has built a team with Chrissy and Lem, and they are doing their thing. They're still carrying out that mission to help people. And they're still going around. They got about 4 or 5 families and elderly people that they constantly go and visit, monitor, bring them donations, support them in every way they can with medication, with transport to doctors, and just doing all those good things that you would expect a young man to do. I mean, who is committed to helping people that are in need. And he got the opportunity to fly out. I think from Rosa Lee came into his life. I think that helped to transform him and boots him as well. He was able to travel several times, to America, really relax and get a chance to live a good quality of life, even though he was still had the program running in Jamaica with Chrissy and Lem. And I have to commend him for that. He's still young. He still got to live his life. Still got a life ahead of him. If sure he want to marry and have a family and all that, still got a life ahead of him. But I'm not really focused on the personal, private life. I'm looking at the social work that they're doing, the impact they're having on people and the community. And that's why I'm highlighting King Nick. And this is his channel here, Jamaica Life Nice. And if you go through it, my people, you'll see all the impact, all the homes that he has built over the years. I mean, for a young man, and he got his uncle with him, you know what I mean? And yes, and his dad, Daddy Clark, and his uncle. And they all just rally with that's Chrissy there. You see her there, and that's Lem there. So all of them, as a team, work together, you know what I mean, to make it happen. And I got to give them big respect, for helping homeless people, helping. They drop gifts to people, bags and of clothes and food, and they get the barrels, them just come down and they would sort the barrels up, bag up the stuff and bring them and drop them and deliver them to people. And you got to give them the respect. And here is one of the house. Oh man, I need to go see that. This was one of them then and now, and see what he has done over the years. Um, and yeah, man, there's a lot that he has done for a young man that he could be doing any other thing, and he has chosen to help people. So that's why I want to highlight him. So moving right along, that was the works of King Nick, I think Nicholas Clark, and that's him there. Jamaica Life Nice. I call him King Nick now, big man thing. I respect King Nick and bless up to all of those that I've highlighted so far. Okay, so next on my list, I will do this, and then we're gonna go back to the project. So thank you, my people, for listening, for coming here. We got one more to go, and this is a Clear Thinking with Brother Dulani. Do like, do share, do subscribe, do comment, do tell me what you think about this kind of content. Now we're gonna go over to Kino Life in Jamaica, another young man who has used his platform to help people. I mean, he hailed from the Trenchtown in Jamaica. And if anybody know anything about Jamaica and Trenchtown, reputation-wise, Trenchtown is known as one of the notorious area in Jamaica. But Kino went to Trenchtown, man, took his camera again. Kino is an offshoot of Rodney Pottinger, Jamaica Good Life. The first time Kino was broadcasting, he was broadcasting for Jamaica Good Life, and him and Rodney Pottinger have a very good relationship. And Kino eventually started his own channel, and he keep growing and keep growing. Right now, the way our life turns, that our Kino channel is now bigger than Rodney channel, to how much Kino has grown. And it is all good thing. And Rodney is very proud, and he has met Kino along the way several times. But Kino, amazing young man. He went to Trenchtown and he started to transform that community. And if you go back to his videos, he has really built homes, renovated homes, really impacted the lives of many people in Trenchtown areas. I mean, I remember, with another woman named Auntie Donna was in the community. He renovated a home for her, built it. It was really just nothing, and he transformed that building into a proper home. And then a few others that Trenchtown is built in a very awkward way, with some people, they had outdoor portable toilets, and there was one family that was living, they had renovated one of the toilet areas and was living in it, and Kino came there and decided to transform their life, and now she is living happily there with her family. And that's thanks to Kino and his platform. His viewers and supporters, they all rallied and helped Kino to build a nice home for her. And he's been impacting the lives of, he got a big team. And I must still tell you about the team. The Dream Team had about 20 members when I had this in his heydays. A big team, and they would come through and they would do cleanups. They would clean up the elderly yard, and they would fix them up. They had a Dream Team with a clean team component to it. And the supporters would support them, with donations and food and clothes and barrels, and just really supported them and really big them up and helped them along their journey, and they helped them to help other people. And over the years, he has helped Wow Chef. Wow Chef is one of the members of his team to build up his home. And Mother Teresa, she was coming along. I don't know what happened. I haven't seen her in a long time on the platform. And also, I think, Rasta Jackson, he needs to get his house sorted as well. I think that is on the agenda. And a few others there that are really getting the support that they need. Now, Kino went to visit Miami River, and he went there, and it's a nice little remote area in Jamaica. And he discovered a young lady, young little beautiful princess named Cranberry. And Cranberry has stolen the show. He has captured the imagination, the heart, the attention of the audience. And now the audience has really gravitated towards Cranberry and her family. And they were living in very deplorable condition for a family. Very, really unacceptable condition. And Kino turned his camera on them. And then, I mean, here they say the rest is history. The rest is history, but it's still undergoing. The history is still being made because their lives have been transformed. that little one room they had, I think it's 6 of them living in that one room. And now they expanded to 2 room with a kitchen and bathroom, all courtesy of Kino Life in Jamaica supporters platform. All of them is pushing, supporting, and making it possible. Sending donation to help the family, buying them beds, buying them dresser, buying them clothes, just fixing them up. You know what I mean? In every way possible. And recently, one donors send a vacation for them, send them to a 5-star resort in the North Coast, the whole family. You know what I mean? I think that's in their wildest dream they never expected to experience that. Many of us have never experienced that high level of liberty in Jamaica, because that's like paradise in Jamaica. Those 5-star world class, on a world class level. There's very few places in the world you can go and experience that high level of opulence and luxury and niceness and just relaxation. And that was done right there in Jamaica with Kino, possible of the Kino platform, Kino Life in Jamaica platform. So these are some of the platform that are making a difference. And still today, they're still working on the home, still building it, still making it possible. And now I think Kino's now going back into this music work. Kino used to do music, and if you go to his platform, there's an introductory song that he used. He's the one who's doing that song. And it's been 10 years now, so he decided to go back into music production. They just did a video this week. I saw a few clippings when they was actually the making of the videos. So that's what he's kind of occupied with now, while he's still doing his visiting Miami Bay, the river down there, and helping out the Cranberry family. So he's still doing his thing, and he's still been supported, and I have to give respect to him. If you go to his platform, you'll see, again, my people, I don't know what the technicalities of playing other people content, because I don't want to getting no issue. But as you can see, even the politicians have been visiting Kino in Trenchtown and seeing what he's doing. And a lot of people really respect what he's doing, applauding his effort as a young man. He's very humble, he's very down to earth, very approachable, and a lot of people gravitate towards him. And I was with him from the very beginning. I spoken to him one time. I don't know if you remember, but I through somebody else, I was able to speak to him and big him up. You know what I mean? But I have been following his journey from the beginning of his YouTube career, and he's doing very well. And I want to big them up. So yes, my people. So those are the few that I'm highlighting at the moment in around the world who are doing the work. And I'm sure there's other people. I mean, Mr. Beast, he's one of the big people them that are using, the biggest YouTuber in the world, using their platform to help people on a massive scale. And I have to applaud these brothers and sisters who are using their platform to help people. They can be using it for all kind of negativity. They can be using it to attack people and tear people down, gossiping and all kind of stuff. But they chose to use it to do good. And that's the important thing. Use your voice for good. Use your platform for good. And I applaud those who are willing to do that. Those who are willing to say, listen, let's bring some goodness into the world. And I want to big you up, my people. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Clear Thinking. And I will continue to bring you issues affecting African people. I will keep analyzing and reporting on issues facing our people and analyzing it from a historical perspective, because there is a historical dimension, because a lot of these conditions that our people are living in is the result of our enslavement and our colonization that have left so many millions of our people that are living in deplorable condition. So anything that can help alleviate the condition is welcome, and we must do, because we have to repair ourselves. So we have to always contextualize these things, that our people have been damaged, we have been left in this state, and we have to pick up the pieces as well as keep fighting for our liberation. So I want to thank you, my people, for listening to Clear Thinking. Do like, do share, do subscribe to this platform. I want to thank you once again for listening to Brother Dulani. Ashe Hotep.